Okay, so it's been a while. I checked back the thing. It's been probably since December, I guess. Since it's been around. At least that's what my records show. Like I feel like I've done one after December, but I don't have any record of it, so I can't remember. So this could be 19, this could be 20, this could be 21. I do feel like I have done a live recording and editing session after the previous Christmas stream. So I don't know where they are. Maybe I put some wrong copyright stuff in there and they took it down. I don't know. But we're here now, and if I figure out that I fucked up, then I'll just change it later. But for right now, this is live recording and editing session number 19. I've been doing these for over 3 years now. But as you can see, because we're only on episode 19 or 20 or whatever, that I don't do them very often. So it's a special little treat. I used to do them like every 2 weeks, but now it's like every 7 months or something. So today we're going to be recording our first narration in over 3 or 4 months. It's been a long time. I've always wanted to get back into it. It's just I've had a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I have the show, as you guys know. I have the Dark Side of Gaming coming out soon. Um, it is in the first set of the season. Is kind of like in post production, so it should be coming out soon. I don't know when. But that's all I can really say about it without giving too much away. So the Dark Side of Game is coming out soon on all platforms, like Spotify and Apple Podcasts and stuff like that. Of course, people are lighting off fireworks right now. Why wouldn't they? They weren't doing it the whole fucking time. Ah, I hate it. Um, and then like work related stuff and um, stuff about trying to find a new job and stuff like that. It's just a lot. And I just got back from vacation from seeing my girlfriend, and that was really fun and really cool. And also, it kind of sucked when we had to leave, so that hurt. So that's been going on. I've kind of been getting over that. So that's probably why I haven't been like super active within the last couple of weeks. Um, and that's basically it. I've just been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, trying to get shit going, trying to get monies so I can do the things that I want to do. But that's just life. I'm having my own life issues, basically. That's what it is. So, we're gonna be recording a story called "Not Anymore," by a person with a fucking username of a string of numbers. So I don't really know how that's gonna look when I put it in a thumbnail. If I'm going to put it in the thumbnail at all, or just in the title, or if that's a throwaway and it doesn't even matter. I honestly don't know. But yeah, we're gonna be recording here, in a second. Just gonna get into the headspace and wait for a couple more people to show up, if any. And if they don't, this is kind of just for me, but also for you guys. If you guys want to show up, it's whatever. If you don't, it's cool. I'm still gonna record it anyway. But yeah. So we're gonna get started in a little bit here. Do 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 do. Now I'm gonna have that stuck in my head the whole time. Just gotta make sure I'm all set. Make sure. Let's test the audio here. Check 1 2 3 4 73. I have AIDS. Check 1 2 3 4. Yeah, that's good. Gotta listen to the I have AIDS first, though. I have AIDS. I have AIDS. Yes, that's what I like to call AIDS. Wow, it's been a while since I've recorded a video, man. And like I only recorded one video when I came back, so it's then another 2 months since I recorded again. So like it's been a while. It's definitely been a while. I'm excited to get back into it though. There's still a couple videos that I promised before I took my hiatus, that I wanted to do, and I still want to do those two videos. Um, it's just right now I wanted to come into something that was a little bit more casual. Like those two are like very narrative driven. So the cult one it has a lot of dialogue and stuff, and there's a lot of acting involved. And with the SCP one that I wanted to do, there is a lot of post production involved that I have to string together editing wise. So that's going to take a while. I kind of wanted to just come back into this with a more casual approach with a story that doesn't have like a lot of dialogue from separate characters. It was just kind of like a narrative experience that I can do. So yeah, that's what this is. So we're gonna get started here in a second, and I hope you guys enjoy the experience. So you can see the layout's a little bit different now. I have like my Audacity over here on the same monitor, so that I can like just check it very easily. It's gonna be cool. All right, let's do this. Far, far into the future, in an undefined year, prisons didn't exist. Well, not really. Instead of pushing you into a cell for 5 years, they'd knock you into a coma, place you into a casket, put a tracking beacon on the casket, and shoot you off to who knows where. After your sentence, they'd just see where your tracking beacon... Oh my god, it's been a while, man. This is rusty. After your sentence, they just see where your tracking beacon... Let's just try that whole one again. After your sentence, they just see where your tracking beacon is set up. Oh my fucking god. This is gonna be fun. After your sentence, they just see where your tracking beacon is. Why do I say tracking? After your sentence, they just see where your tracking beacon is and just send a ship. Oh, I'm just making up words now. After your sentence, they just see where your tracking beacon is and send a ship or two off to the destination at which you arrived. Sometimes, your casket was hit by an asteroid or some junk. But hey, that's the punishment for killing a person. That's the punishment for killing a person. At least it prevented... Oh, I'm really bad at this. Oh my god, I'm really bad at this. At least it prevented people from complaining about their jobs as executioners. Now, to knock you into a coma, they give you a pill. That pill doesn't just knock you into a coma. It puts you into a dream. One that lasted the entire duration of your sentence. So you didn't just wake up 5 minutes in your time. So, you didn't just wake up 5 minutes in your time to discover that you're back on planet Earth. That wouldn't be any fun, would it? You'd need to serve the sentence. You'd need to serve the sentence. In the dream, you initially find yourself locked in a room. You couldn't kill yourself and your bodily functions did not work properly. In other words, you didn't need to urinate or, well, you know. That being said, you didn't have to eat. You could interact with the room in any way you wanted to. But you couldn't get out. There was no door. There was no window to look outside. Whoops. There isn't an outside. It wasn't rare that people went mad from the sheer boredom. The government was fine with that, but the people kept on complaining about human rights. Prisoners are people too. Prisoners are people too, blah blah blah. So a few years later, the government made a small change in the pill, the room. The new change was a stick. Version 1.5. You can now draw. Set a propaganda Set a propaganda poster who was stating that prison wasn't so bad after all. Prison wasn't bad. All you needed to... prison wasn't bad. All you needed to do was wait around for 5 years or so. And then, after that, everything would black out and you wake up in a rehabilitation facility. Shit. Then, after that, everything would black out and you'd wake up in a Oh my god. Then, after that, everything would black out and you'd wake up in a rehabilitation facility. But there was one case that the government covered up. David Matthias Thorwell, sentenced to 1 year of space rehab. The informal name was sleep prison, a phrase which, like many others, was covered up. He met this fate as a result of petty larceny. The pill was perfect, except for one thing. And Thorwell's case was unique. Thorwell was shot in the direction of the Saturn asteroid ring. His pill worked fine, his casket worked fine. His pill worked fine, his casket worked fine. Except when his term was due, and the hunters were sent. They found him in a cluster of asteroids. They suspected that his casket was going to be banged up a bit. But that wasn't the problem, though. The hunters, pilots who were sent to retrieve prisoners, didn't care about their passengers one single bit. They cared about their ships. Of course, they waited. They waited for a total of 84 hours before another asteroid came along and scattered the cluster. The ship, the Spider on Webb, immediately retrieved Thorwell and headed back home. Nothing seemed to be out of order. Life support systems on the casket were fine. There were a few claw-like scratches on the exterior one-way mirror cover that were probably caused by asteroid impacts. Why do I always do that? Fine. There were a few claw-like scratches on the exterior. There were a few claw-like scratches on the exterior one-way mirror cover that were probably caused by asteroid impacts. But other than that, nothing else. Scratches on the interior would mean Scratches on the interior would mean another thing, though. Thorwell was still asleep. This was all according to plan. This was all according to plan. Because to wake the prisoners up, they had to inject them with a drug. It consisted a lot of caffeine, basically. The pills, though. No, why did I do that? No. It consisted a lot of caffeine, basically. The pills, though, still went via term. And that meant that Thorwell blacked out for a total of 84 hours. That was the only problem. But Thorwell was still alive, and that meant all go for the crew of Spider on Webb. Once they successfully made landfall back on Earth, officials hurriedly opened the Thorwell's casket. This had never happened before. Everything was in order, except that when Thorwell woke up, his eyes were a blood red. No, they hadn't exploded due to pressure. Their color was literally red. He jumped out and ripped through... two soldiers before he was put down. 20 mags or so, when the post-mortem report of the two soldiers. 20 mags or so, went the post-mortem report of the two soldiers. After the incident, the officials turned their attention back towards the casket. It seemed to be in perfect condition, apart from the scratches. They're about to... They were about to... Oh, fucking Christ. They were about to clean the casket up for another prisoner, when one of the pilots of the Spider-On Web noticed something. Shit. When one of the pilots of the Spider-On Web noticed something. The metal inside the casket had another message. Scratched into one of the walls of the casket were the words, "Not anymore." This was probably a joke from one of the previous inmates, so there was nothing to be worried about. Yet. Cleaning up a casket took work. It wasn't just cleaning up the literal casket, it was cleaning up the world of the casket. The prisoner couldn't just be knocked out purely based on the pill. It needed the help of the casket itself. The pill provided the kick to knock the prisoner out. Shit. Oh, fucking Christ. The pill provided the kick to knock the prisoner out, and the casket made the world. A small chip was all it took. Because of resource issues, the government issued the cleanups. Workers who had the special equipment that literally went into the room and cleaned up the mess. If there were... Just come on, man. The cleanups. Workers who had special equipment that literally went into the room and cleaned up the mess. If there was any. In there. Why is there a random comma there if it's supposed to be the same? Why couldn't they just replace the chip? Resources. When the workers went into the room that day, they weren't the only residents. There was something there. Some thing. Described by one of the workers survivors. What happened was covered up by the government. But it's all here. When the workers went into the room, it was a mess. There were scratches or phrases all over the place, all repeating the same word. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone. The cleanup took a long time, but in the real world, it only took but a minute. After the cleanup was completed, the two workers turned around to return to the real world via a portal. But they weren't alone. A creature stood blocking their way. It was tall and, well, you could say lanky. Its body was pure black, no fur. Just darkness. Its arms were long and nearly touched the ground. If you saw it, you could have sworn the arms were going to touch the ground. But they didn't. The claws that grew out of the arms did indeed touch the ground, though. It had a small, oval-like head, with 4 purple eyes stacked on top of each other. Like a spider. It stood there, watching them. Then, after about 5 seconds of silence, the creature, using its long arms, grabbed one of the workers and stared into its eyes. The other worker, too scared to help his comrade, yelled out and made a burst for the portal. When he made it back to the real world, he found his friend struggling to rip open the head of a soldier. When he made it back to the real world, he found his friend struggling to rip open... He found his friend struggling to rip open the head of a soldier. The worker grabbed a rifle amidst the mess he came back to and fired upon the creature his friend had become. Obviously, he survived, and his friend was killed by the sudden burst of bullets that hit his skull.
Obviously, he survived, and his friend was killed by the sudden burst of bullets that hit his skull, ripping it from his body to the ground. Post-mortem report states that 12 deaths to the ground. Post-mortem report states that 12 deaths and 4 injuries were the result of the cleanup. To this day, the casket and the gore remains there. If you went there now, the scratches would still be there. And so would the message. Soon after the Scar Day, the government issued a no-fly zone near Saturn. Prisoners are now just knocked out and put into the beds, and when the day comes, they'd be injected. Death sentences are now back, but still, the door to the room that the cleanup occurred in was never opened again. They did eventually demolish the space rehab building, and they reported that, in the darkness of the rubble, on a display of a terminal that survived the blast of the C4, were 4 purple eyes. In the far, far future lies a creature in the dark. It isn't physical, but it can be. It's not alone. Not anymore.
All right, and that's our little story for today. It's pretty creepy. It's pretty nice. I like it. Cut down how much space is in between these. Yeah, I like it. Oh shit. And I gotta control A, and then effect, and then noise reduction, and then how you guys doing over there? You guys doing cool? You doing good shit? What'd you think, babe? Was it spoops? Was it major spoops? I'm fucking doing, dude. Haven't opened DaVinci Resolve in a while. We do have to make a thumbnail before we make the video, so that's gonna be fun. I don't care about the update. Bitch. I'm doing. What'd you think of the story? Was it good? You like it? Is it cool? I do miss narrating. I'm gonna be honest. That whole process was actually like I really liked being a part of the story. It's definitely one of the things I've missed about doing this. I don't know how like often I'm gonna post, maybe like once a week or something like that. But I do want to get back into this, and I think once a week is funny enough. Once a week is what I started doing like 3 years ago, so maybe I'll just go back to that. I don't know. It gives me enough time to like find a set of stories or a story, and then just like, you know, it has the creeps, yeah.
Not anymore. It's not alone. Not anymore. Not anymore. Not. It's not alone. Not.
Maybe a little bit less.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get back into it. Alright, let's try to make a thumbnail for this. Do I have the tab open? I do. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna need a space thing. So space, right? Let's pick something spacey. 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 Maybe Saturn. Saturn would probably work, right? Because the story is about something that came out of Saturn's rings. So maybe Saturn would be cool. That would be pretty cool. I'm thinking it'd be pretty cool. Now, there is not many Saturn pick. I mean, this is one, I guess. Let me try this out. Yeah. So what we got going on here. Feels right. Feels Gucci, if you know what I mean. It's not what I wanted, though. I don't like that picture. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I get it. I don't want it though. I don't want it. All right, let's look on Envato, see if there's anything. Do I not have unlimited downloads? Who am I? Who am I? I'm not signed in, really? Why am I not signed in? Pretty sure that's what it is. I don't remember. Fuck, never mind. I don't have the. I can't remember the fucking password. But how am I signed into this though? I'm so lost. All right, we're just gonna do. I guess Google. Images maybe. No, because I don't want to get like I don't want to have to try to fucking search like 1,000 websites to see what's non-copyrighted right now. So the whole point of this. It's cool, I guess. Outer space. Wow, these pictures suck. This is pretty cool. Come on. Show me the money. Wouldn't it be right here? The other one was. Oh.
Good thing about this is that I can actually mimic these colors very easily. So if I wanted to just... whatever this is, I don't like. This song is, I don't like it. It's also not the color. You're not the boy. Okay, Dad. No, definitely go down to like 1 or 2. I hate when it takes 10 years. Like, stop, man. All of a sudden, Photoshop just runs like absolute garbage. I don't like this at all. The other one. There we go, that's better. I just realized something. Putting it there is not going to make sense. Yeah, it's got to be centered. Because it's going to be called not anymore, and like that as a fucking thing is not going to work with what I have. It has to be centered. It's going to be like right in the middle. I need like a space font. This isn't working. Oh, it's pretty cool. Hey, stop it. Hey, this is why I don't do fucking fonts. Stop doing it. Stop. Just fucking stop. Please, just stop. Please? Oh my god. Like pulling fucking teeth just to install a fucking font. How about this? Stop making your font so unoptimized. That'd be great. Thank you. Thank you. Bastard. Bastard fuckhole bitch. What's it called? Awakening. Maybe, actually. That might be cool. Why is my hair so fucked? I didn't even notice that. Nobody said anything. Never tell me anything. Bastards. That's a cool font. I like it. Sorry if I'm not talking. I'm just like really focused right now. I didn't even realize I was live streaming. Okay. Now we're just gonna save this picture. Okay, then we're gonna put it back through Lightroom and see what we can do with that. I don't. Oh yeah, this is nice. Okay, thumbnail's done. Make this one more. Now we can put it through this. I like it too. I love when it freezes. That's my favorite part. I love when it freezes. Thank you. DaVinci Resolve Studio, what? Why is it doing that? Excuse you? Like, why are you doing that? Hello? Why is there a fucking watermark? What the fuck? There's a fucking watermark on DaVinci. What? Okay. What? I'm confused. Yeah, why is there a fucking... It's only on this. Why?
Okay. Do I have that anywhere? I don't think I have the fucking intro anywhere, so I'm gonna have to take it from this video. Is it still there? Why is it only here? I'm so confused. It was only there. I'm so lost. What happened to the music? Okay. Weird. So we're gonna do... Why does it always freeze, man? Come on. Jesus. Jeebus. Does the fucking timeline not snap again? Why? Stop doing that. Still gotta find an overlay for this. I just realized that. Just, I don't think this one has videos. I think it's just photos. Shit, and I'm not signed into Envato. Why was I signed out? I was literally on it yesterday. Let me figure it out again, because I think I like just signed back into this. Oh, that's why. Oh, I was typing in the wrong thing. There we go. Got it. Let's Read lets me use his Envato Elements thing for stock images, but I guess I signed myself out and I didn't remember the password, so I had to look through like old messages and stuff. I don't want video templates. I want stock video, and I want particles. done.
Hey.
They'd knock you into a coma.
But overlay. Is there one for that?
Place you into a casket. Put a tracking beacon on the casket. And shoot you off to who knows where. After your sentence, they just see where your tracking beacon is and send a ship or two off to the destination at which you arrived. Sometimes, your casket was hit by an asteroid or some junk. But hey, that's the punishment for killing a person. At least it prevented people from complaining about their jobs as executioners.
Can I change the color? Maybe I can change the color. Distortion. Okay. That's not working. Foreground? Verted lump? Verted alpha? Lump? Vivid light? Subtract? Soft light? Screen? I get it. I understand, dude. Like, fuck. Oh my god. Pretty cool, actually. Yeah, that's cool and all, but like, I want... Can I change the color of it? Yeah, I can, okay.
I did the kick to knock the president.
That should work. Now, do I still have music on here? I don't know if I have music for videos on here. It has the Subnautica music on here. Where are we in downloads? I gotta filter by music though. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple here. On 7.5 minutes. Is that it? That's all I got? Oh, that sucks. Really? No, I have more. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with this. Bitch.
Far.
There it is.
Far into the future. And shoot you off to who knows when. Where? After your sentence. They just see where you're tracking. Was never opened.
Good night.
Again. They did eventually demolish the space rehab. Any more. More. More.
I wonder what that would look like, actually. Nothing, apparently. Does it not actually work? Apparently not. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Far, far into the future.
Fish.
In an undefined year, prisons didn't exist. Well, not really. Instead of pushing you into a cell for 5 years, they'd knock you into a coma, place you in, just see where your tracking beacon is, and send a ship or two off to the destination at which you arrived. Sometimes, your casket was hit by an asteroid or some junk.
All right, I think we're done. Took about an hour and 10 minutes to record, edit, make a thumbnail, put everything together. As of right now, member benefits are going to be stopping. I'm going to be stopping the membership program just for right now. It's going to be coming back. There's a lot of stuff that I want to redo. So it will be taken down and money will stop coming out of your stuff. So we're going to be stopping the member benefits and the badges for right now because I want to redo the badges and I want to redo like the benefits and stuff that I can actually provide for you guys instead of you guys just paying for no reason. So that's why there's nothing at the end of these videos right now. All I'm doing is redoing them. If you want, all right. I want to stop the payments because, all right, here's what I'll do. Instead of completely cutting them off, so because some people want, like my girlfriend right there, wants the badges that they've already earned. So I guess I'll keep them up, but letting you know right now that there is right now no benefits besides the actual badge. So the badge will stay, but all the actual like video benefits and stuff like that. So if you want to stop paying, I would just say do it right now. Just stop sending it in. So I'm cutting off. I'm stopping benefits right now. Besides the badges and like the emojis and stuff, because I want to redo some emojis. I want to make more emojis. I want to redo the badges because I had like a whole brand change, so it has to really fit that. So I'm not gonna stop and like cut them off because people who earn the badges are gonna want to keep them. So I'm just suggesting that you stop paying, so that you're not paying for literally no reason. So as of right now, that's what's going on, and I will make an update video when everything is worth paying for, I guess. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this live stream. I had a lot of fun, and I missed you guys. And I will see you guys when I upload this video, and I don't know when I'm going to be posting again, but